Welcome back to the channel, guys. I've been slacking on video production here lately. Been pretty busy at home, work, and kiddo moving off to college this year. It's had us all pretty busy. I've got the old Procraft boat out there in the garage there. We're working on that. We've got a area of gel coat on the bottom that's missing. I need to patch it. So we're going to do that today. Stay tuned. So here we are under the boat. Along my runners here, I've got a nice little area of gel coat that's been chipped off. There's no hull damage, just the gel coat itself is missing. I'm going to take a putty knife and break free anything that's just loose still or potentially compromised. And then we're going to use this stuff here. I got off eBay, fiberglass gel coat repair kit. Gonna wash it up with soap and water, hit it with a heat gun, let it dry, and then wipe it with acetone. Maybe hit it one more time with a heat gun. I want that to be completely clean of any lake contaminants like the film you get on your boat. I don't want that on there in between the gel coat. So let's do that. And we got her jacked up on a few blocks. So the weight's off this board because I had to move this board over to get out of my way so I can get full access to this ridge here. So let's get going. All right, we're ready for our acetone rinse, our final wipe down with acetone. Get that on there. Nothing's grabbing the rag too, so that's a good sign that there's no sharp edges that are gonna be poking through or sticking up. I don't know if it matters, but it does to me. All right, now we let that air dry, and temperature's perfect today. It's about 70 in the garage right now. Don't want to do this when it's real cold or real hot because it's a two-part mixture and it's going to set up pretty quick. I think this will give me a good working time, but I'm just going to start off doing some light layers, make sure I don't have any air bubbles in there. And I'm only going to mix what I'm going to use, so hopefully it's probably be about a 3-step process to layer it, excuse me, layer it up to this thickness a little above this because I'm going to sand it back down. I don't know how close it's going to match. It just says it's white, so, but it's the bottom of the boat. I don't really care as long as it's patched and structurally sound. Okay, here's what's inside our marine fiberglass repair kit. Got a little, which I didn't think this was silicone, but that's pretty neat. So once this dries, you can pop the dry stuff out and reuse your little mixing dish. Sandpaper, not going to use that. Plunger stick for the tubes, plastic applicator, and then 2 rubber gloves or plastic gloves and some mixing sticks. So let's get going. I'm going to mix my stuff in there, stir it up, and I am going to read the instructions on this one. Follow these and then do this the right way because I don't want to mess this one up. So a little helpful tip I learned along the way here. You get a 20-minute work time. Mix your stuff up and don't start putting it on until about 19 minutes. It starts to thicken up after, the closer you get to that 20 minutes. So if it's on the bottom of a boat like I am, don't apply it immediately. It will just run and drip off, especially if you go a little thick where it's heavy, and don't try and hit it with a heat gun and speed things up because it just thins it out and makes it drip more. Just take your time, put thin coat on, maybe brush on the first coat, wait 20 minutes, and then start putting the rest on. And it's about the consistency of warm peanut butter, I would say. And then it'll hang there on the bottom without dripping off. Thanks. All right, that's where she sits now. I'll probably do one more coat of the gel coat on there, maybe. To be honest with you, I might not even sand that down. It's pretty smooth. It's just a little ripply. Like I said, it's the bottom of the boat. At least I know the whole fiberglass is sealed off now. We'll see. It just takes forever to set up, and I want to put this boat back on its trailer. It's sitting on a jack. But in the meantime, while I was waiting for that to set up, I did put the keel guard on. The new keel guard. It's hard to see it there, but it's the white one running along the keel. If you guys ever do that, that is pressure sensitive adhesive. So after you put your primer on, make sure that primer is dry. I use the heat gun to speed things up because I'm impatient. Start at the top, watch YouTube videos. Remove the centerpiece first, get your V lined up on that center strip of adhesive tape. I started up front by the winch, worked my way back, peeling that off, lining that up in the center, hammering it on, which is the strange part. Pressure sensitive adhesive, you're going to need one of these rubber mallets. I use this one because it's not rubber and it doesn't blacken up my white rubber strip. Smack it, because when you hit it, that adhesive, the pressure from that hammer activates it. So that's all done. Keel guard's down. One more coat of gel coat, but I'm going to end this video here so it's not too long. After that, after it cures for 24 hours, you're supposed to wet sand it down smooth. I still might do that a different day. I want it to get 100% cured so it doesn't gum up on the sandpaper if it's not dry all the way. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. And once again, sorry for not posting much lately. Been really busy. Stay tuned for more. Thanks.